I'm going to create a package. Right click on the source folder, new package. So pack1, simply I'll just give some name. So usually package name should start with a small letter, otherwise it will be giving you a discouraged package name. So I'll start with a small letter, click on finish. Now a package has been created. So then after that, what we need to create a class file. So go to new, then click on class over here. So here it will be giving me what is my project name, my second project. Under the source folder there is a package called pack1. Under that one I'm going to create this class file. So understanding functions, I'll just give. Okay, understanding functions is what I'm going to give the class name. Then I'll click on this main function, this checkbox. So right now I'll click on this default. So these things no need to worry, I'll let you know soon. So right now click on, give a name for the class, click on the default radio button and click on the public static void main checkbox over here. Then click on finish. Now for me, the class and then the main function has been created. So how actually what a class will be written? So for example, if my class name is ABC, it will be written like this. So simple. It's like class ABC. This is how a class will be written. Always a class will have a public static void main. Public static void main string arguments. Okay, this main function will be there. Okay, so any code that has been written inside this function will be executed for us. That's the thing. Then I'll write CISO hello world. That means what? System.out.println hello world. That means right now what will happen? That will print me hello world. Correct? If I want to declare a variable integer I is equal to 20. So this is called as a variable. We are declaring and then we are initializing. So now if I want to print the value of the variable, I need to give system.out.println the variable name without double quotes. If we give with double quotes, it will print me I as the output. If I give only I, 20 will be printed. Same thing we'll write over here. I'm going a little bit fast, so it's like we have already done these sessions, so that's why I'm going a little bit fast over there. So in case if you have any doubts over there, let me know. So SYSO control space. If I give, that's a shortcut to get me the system.out.println. I'm just giving hello world. Then if I want to declare a variable, integer I is equal to 20. That will print me the variable. SYSO control space. Then if I give information in I in double quotes, CISO I. So for both the things, what is the value for that? Right click, run as Java application. It will print me hello world. Then I, if I give it over there in double quote, that will print me the same value I itself. Okay. Then if I just give only the variable name, that will print me 20 over here. Okay. So this is what we got the information. Now we'll see how to write a function. So if I want to write a function, how a function will be written. So I'll just drag and drop here. So now if I want to write a function, okay, so always a function should be written outside a function only, because this main also is a function only. We cannot write a function over here. So how a function will be written? It will be written like this: void method1 is my function name. We should write like this. So if I use void, I can write a return statement, but I cannot return any value. That's the thing. So it will print if I want to call method1, that will be printed for me here. That's the thing. Okay, so if I want to call this method, so right now I'll make it as a static. So static means what? I can call this method with reference of a class name. So if I can call understanding functions is my class name, understanding functions dot. If I give, what are things I can access over here? The class, the main. Okay, that's the main function, this one, and then the method one. So I'll just give this method one here. So now what will happen if I run this one? So what will be my output? I'll just give scissor program ends. Right click, run as Java application. So now if you see, that prints me hello world, then I, then value of I is 20, then prints me method one. Now what will happen? Understanding functions with method one, this will go and call me this method one, then prints me method one here, then returns me over here. The control goes over here, then finally program ends. Okay, same thing we have another method, static integer method 2. I'm going to give scissor method 2. Now it's throwing me an error. What is the error if I come? If I mouse over it gives me add return statements or change return type to void. That's the thing. Okay, so I'll click on add return statement. Now can you see it's asking me to return some value, which is an integer value. If I try to return a double value, it throws me an error. I can return only integer value only because the return type is integer. Okay, which you have seen. Okay, so 10 I'm giving over there. So now what happens? It returns me 10 over here. Same thing if it is double. So I need to return a double value. So we give it as actually what? False. Now what happens? It throws me an error. So if I mouse over, change method return type to boolean, because right now it's double. If I make it as boolean, see now error will be called. If I make it as string, I need to return string value. So hello. What is the return type? According to that only I can return the values over there. That's the thing. Okay. So now if you want to call this method, what I can give, so understanding functions is my class name.
Hi Murli, Sandeep here. I just want one thing.
Yes, Sandeep.
That understanding functions method one. What did you do there? I mean, you said static void method one and then return. But what was that? Yeah, there that line. What was that about? Can you explain?
Cool.
I think.
Yeah, good question. So the thing is, right now, void, if I am using it, that means I cannot return any value. So I can have a return statement, but it's not mandatory for me to use the return statement. So it's like if I don't have the return statement, then also there will not be any error in the program. Okay. If I have a return this command, that means I cannot return any value. Right now, if I used this one, I'll just remove it. So now if you see return 10, it's throwing me error. So change method return type to integer, otherwise change it to return its chain. Because my return type is void means I cannot return any value. Only I can have a statement called return, but it's not mandatory for me to have a return statement because anyway, it's not going to return any value. Same thing, here I'm using it as string. Return type is string means here it's mandatory I need to return some string value over here. That's what this hello here. Clear? Is it clear, Sandeep, or it's getting confused for you?
Okay, and then this thing that understanding functions dot method one.
Yes.
No. Only thing is this understanding functions dot method one. Yeah, that line. Yeah, that line. Can you just? I mean, what here? You're telling CISO. Okay, you're calling it, but I mean, why are you saying understanding functions dot method one?
Cool. Good. So we have seen about actually what from our side. So what are things we have seen on the last? I'll show you. So last week actually what we have seen about what is variables and how a Java program will be executed, correct? Then we have seen actually what is functions. So today we will be seeing about actually what is it. We have seen about actually what is global variable and then local variable, correct? So now today we are going to see about actually what is static and then non-static. Okay, so in that only actually what right now I explained you about the static over here, but still we have not gone to the concept. Right now I'm trying to make you understand about the functions. Then I'll go into the subject of what is static and non-static objects and all those stuffs. Clear, Sandeep?
Yeah. Okay.
You'll get to know. Actually, by today's session, you'll come to know what is the usage of static. Okay, all those things. The next topic, actually, after completing this one, I'm going to come to that static and non-static part one. So still now what we have seen is actually what? So in the backup class 1, we have seen about actually what is data types and then what is variable and then how to install a Java program, hello world program, those things we have seen. Then in the backup class 2, we have seen about what is variables and functions basic. So today we'll be seeing about this functions little bit. Then after that we'll be seeing about objects. Okay. In that objects we'll be seeing about what is static and non-static. I'll let you know all those things. Clear? So right now the thing is, if you want to call this method, you have to call with help of a class name, because static members always we need to call with help of a class name. That's the thing. So now I'll make you clear. No worries. Okay. So now I want to call this method 2. So that means what I need to do, understanding functions dot. Understanding functions is what? This is my class name. Okay. Understanding functions dot. Then if you see, can you see the method 2 also is coming right now, which I have added here. That's it. So these two things came for me right now. Now I'll double click. So now what will happen right now? This will go and call me this method 2. So now what will happen? It will go and print me this method 2, then returns me hello here. Now we are returning hello, but right now we will not be capturing it over here right now. So if I run this, run as Java application. Can you see? First it prints me hello world. Then integer I is equal to 20 I'm given. So next I. So now it prints me I. Then what is the value in I? That is 20. It prints me, it goes and calls me the method 1 here, method 1. Then after that, it comes over here, returns, but it's not going to return any value over to this place. Then method 2. Sorry, this understanding function is not method 2. Now what will happen? This will go and call me this method 2 function, prints me method 2 here, then returns me hello. Now that hello will come over to this place. Now I am not capturing it. In case if I want to capture it, what is the value that's going to come? It's a string. So I can just give here as string A is equal to. Now what will happen? This A will consist of hello right now. It is as simple as actually I'm giving string A is equal to hello. Instead of doing like this, I'm going to give this information like this. That's it. That is what I given right now here. Now what happens? This A will hold the value hello. Then if I want to print it SISO A, that will print me this hello over here. Then finally program ends. Okay, so now we'll see. I'll run this. See, hello it prints and finally program ends. That's the thing. Okay. So this is about a little bit about functions. Again, we'll come to this topic. Okay. So I'm going to tell you about objects. Okay. I know that actually about 50% you would have been understood. 50% you will be in little bit confusion mode. Okay. I'll make you to understand that concept also. So now we are going to talk about objects. Okay, so what are these objects over there? We'll see. So now, class ABC. Now we have public static void main string arguments. Okay, so then now how I can declare a local variable integer I is equal to 10. Okay, then if I want to print it, I need to give this a zone, then that information that of the variable name like this. Now what will happen? It will print me 10 here. Okay, now we are going to see about global variables. Global variables is of two types. One is static, another one is non-static. So how a global variable declared will be declared in usually means any variable that has been declared outside the function, that is outside the function any variable is declared, that will be called as a global variable. This is called as a local variable. So local variable, any variable that has been declared outside the function. Integer b is equal to 200. So this is called as a global variable. Okay, these two things are called as global variable. So a variable which has a keyword called static, that's called as a static variable. A variable which does not have a keyword is called as a non-static variable. That is any variable that has been declared outside the function. That is called as global variable. Global variable is of two types. One is static, another one is non-static. Which variable has a keyword called static is called as a static variable. Which variable does not have a keyword is called as a non-static. So if I want to print the static variable, okay, so for the static variables, if you want to print it, always we have to refer with the help of a class name. So abc dot a. Okay, I need to give it over there in system.println. abc dot a I need to give. Next, the same thing. So if I want to print this b variable, I cannot refer with the help of a class name abc.b. Otherwise, I cannot refer with directly the variable name. So if I want to refer the non-static variable, I need to create an object. So how to create an object means so simple. So for that, I need to give a command called new abc. This will help me to create an object. New abc. This will help me to create an object. Then what is the reference over there? That is actually what I need to give some reference and all those things. So for that, I need to give abc obj1 is equal to new abc. So what that is going to happen over here, we'll see. So now when I give a command here called abc obj1 equal to new abc, so what will happen right now means, so new abc will help me to create an object like this. Will help me to create an object. Then obj1 will be the object name. obj1 will be the object name. This abc will act as a reference. Okay, this abc will act as a reference which tells to the memory location load only the abc class members alone. Okay, so now what will happen right now? abc class global members alone. So what are the global members we have means right now here? This two things, static and the non-static variable. Along with that, my main function also is a global member only. So that is variables and functions, everything will be loaded over here. Getting? So these three members right now will be loaded. So now if I want to access the non-static member, I can access it like zone. obj1 is the object name. obj1 dot then b. If I give, now what will happen? It will go to the object obj1. Then after that, what is the value of b? Right now it's 200. 200 will be printed for me. That's what will happen over here. Clear? Then next step. If I want to print the a variable, so I need to give sysmo obj1 dot a. That is static members alone. I can refer with the help of the class name, reference of the object name, even though I can print it with the help of the variable name also. That's the thing. Clear? Now, anyone has any doubts, guys? Anyone has any doubts? Anyone has any doubts? So, if you're clear with this subject, I'll go to the next one. So, can you go to the next one? Okay, cool. So, next I'll explain, and then after that I'll ask you some steps to explain so that you all will be very much clear on those steps over there. That's the thing. So, I'll come to the next. Just a second, guys. Okay, so now I'll ask you some doubts on this. So based on that, we all can go further. So class def hey Adisha, can you just tell me where I can declare a local variable called a? I want an integer variable which should have a value called 10. A local variable. Hello, hey Adisha, your voice is breaking. Sorry. Okay, yeah, just a second. So we can create a class over here. So right click new class members usage. Yeah, Disha, can you tell me? I want to declare and initialize a local variable a with a value of 10. In which line number I need to declare and initialize the local variable?
Hello?
Hello, yeah, Disha.
Yeah, can you repeat the question, please?
Okay, so the thing is, I want to declare and initialize a local variable called a with a value 10.
Okay, integer.
Yes, in which line number I need to write?
6.
Correct. Local variable, because any variable that is declared inside a main function will be local variable.
Local. Yes.
Integer.
I equal to, sorry, a equal to.
Yes.
10.
10.
Semicolon.
Super. So, thanks, Adisha. Hey Raghu, I want to declare a static variable, okay, called I with a value of 10.
Static variable, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. In global.
Yes, correct. So what are the two types of global members we have?
Static and non-static.
Super, correct. So can you tell me in which line number I need to give the declare and initialize?
In fourth, line number 4th.
Yes,
Okay. The keyword with static.
correct. Always static members should start with the keyword called static.
And what is it? I didn't start with I, right? You want
That
to
is,
give I?
it's an integer variable I want.
Integer, int,
Yes.
integer, I,
Yes,
20.
correct. Equal to 20. Yes,
20.
super. Then I want a non-static variable.
So you can start with integer, int,
Yes,
j equal
yes,
to 30.
equal to 30. Super, awesome. Thanks, Raghu. So now we have declared all the three variables. So now, Sandeep, can you tell me how I can access the local variable and then the static variable?
Now we can, by creating an object.
That is static. That is local variable. How I can access?
The local variable for what?
That is what is a local variable here in this?
The local variable is a is equal to 10.
Super. So I want to print the value of a. So how I can print it?
Okay, CISO A.
So awesome. Control space if I give, I'll get.
Yeah, and then A without the quotes.
Super, correct. So now if I run this, run as Java application, that will print me 10. How I can print the static variable? I want to print the value of static variable. Is Marnika, can you tell me? I want to.
Yes, Murli.
Yeah, tell me.
Hello.
Yeah. Yes.
We can refer my class name.
Super. So, what is the class name here? Members usage.
Yeah.
Then
Dot.
Yes, always that is now members usage becomes as a reference here.
Yes. So the it will be int.
Correct. That is members usage dot. When I give what are the members,
Yes.
it can be accessed with that one. It will be in that I. So I need to give it as I here. Double click on it.
Yeah.
I'll get I here. So any other way I can access the static
We
variable.
can access to object also.
Super, correct. So how I can create an object?
A class name.
Super, class name
obj1
obj1.
equals to new
Yes,
class name parenthesis.
correct. So now what this new members usage will do?
This will select the object.
New members usage will help me to create an object memory location like this.
Correct.
Okay, it creates me a memory location like this. Then obj1 will be the
Object name.
yes, correct, memory location name, object name. Members usage
Class name.
is class name. What is the use here?
This is the class name, right?
It's a class name. That is, it will act as a reference. Tells to the memory location. Load only the global members of which class. That is the members usage class. That's it. Okay. So it will load only the global members of that class. That's the main thing.
Yes.
Okay. So what are the global members here right now?
Static int I equals to 20.
Yes.
And int j equals to 30.
Superb, correct. So these two members will be loaded, and then main also is a kind of
main
a
was
global.
also in, yeah.
So all these three things will be loaded into the object.
Yeah.
So now static member also I can access within of the object name obj1 dot. Then what is
I?
yes.
Yeah, this one I.
So Right now, if you see the J and then I is coming from members usage. Members usage is what? My class.
Class name. Yeah.
Then other things actually what can you see? Object is all those things are coming na. So those things are coming from the supermost class, which is the object here. So
Oh.
by default, all the classes for every class, all the classes, the super class is actually what means the object class. So I will be getting variables or the methods from that class also. So members usage, can you see J, I, and then the main function. So these three things are loaded from here.
Murli, I have a doubt. We can see this like symbols and the colors also. What are these?
Correct. So the thing is actually, can you see these things are variables? Okay. So that is actually what the triangle shape, those things are variables. And then the green ones actually what these things are actually what methods. So I'll also let you know actually how these things are being coming and then how it will be displayed also very soon.
Okay. Okay.
So if it comes with yes means that's a static variable. Can you see J does not have anything?
Yes.
Okay. Yes comes means actually it's a static variable because I is a static.
Yeah.
That's it. So now, is there any other way I can access the static member? We have referred with the of class name, object name. Is there any other way? I can also directly give the variable name alone also. That is also possible. That's the thing.
Okay.
Okay. So then, yeah.
Murli, for example, if we have a local member, variable, like int I equals to some value, and we have a static variable in a static int I equals to some value, then when we are calling it, like you said, like we can directly call it. So CISO I. So how it can differentiate whether to call a local variable or to call a global static variable?
Cool. Good question. So for that, I'll explain you one program with the memory allocation concept. So there you will come to know actually how that values will be utilized.
Okay.
I'll explain you one program over there next. So in that you will come to know how actually it will be accessed. Memory allocation part. Clear?
Yeah.
So now we got I. So now thanks, Smarnika.
Yeah.
So now actually Sandeep, can you tell me? So now I want to access the non-static member. So how I can access the non-static member?
By creating another class.
Creating an object. That is, non-static members always can be utilized with the help of the objects only.
Oh, okay.
So right now, what the object we have created is obj1.
Okay. So CISO obj1 dot j.
Correct. obj1.j. That's it. Now, if I right click, run as Java application, it will be printing for me. So that is right now what system.println a. So what is the a value? That is 10. Then members usage dot I. So members usage is what? My class name dot I. What is I value? 20. Then after that, I'm creating an object. So how this will be executed, we'll see with the help of the memory allocation concept. So now I'm going to execute this program. So if I execute this program, so what happened? Always when we try to execute a program, a memory allocation concept is going to happen. That is, a memory will be allocated for that. So how the memory will be allocated means, so for example, now when I execute it, for me, this a memory will be allocated for me like this. Then what will be my memory name is? So always my memory name will be like actually what? My class name with some hexadecimal number. So right now, for my understanding, I'll take this as my class name. Then always when the execution starts, the first memory which will be allocated will be called as a static pool. Okay, static pool is the first memory that will be allocated. Now what will happen here? All the static members from this class will be loaded. So what are the static members we have? Static int I is equal to 20. Static int I equal to 20. Then right now, then we have my main function. So the main function also will be loaded. My main function. So these two are the static members. So these two things will be loaded for me right now. Then after that, now what will happen? My main function start to execute. When my main function start to execute, now what will happen? A local memory for the main function will be created. Local memory for main function that will be created for me here. That's what will happen right now. Clear? That is created. Now next step. Now what will happen? Integer a is equal to 10. Now what will happen? We are creating a local variable. So where that should be created? That should be created inside the main function. Integer a is equal to 10. Now when I give system.println a, when I refer with actually what? A variable name alone, always what will happen? It goes to the main function. Now it checks whether do we have a variable. Yes, we have a variable called a. 10 will be printed for me here right now. That's what we'll do. Clear? Then system.println members usage.i. When I refer with help of the class name, always the reference will go to the static pool. Here in the static pool, do we have I? Yes, we have a variable called I, and then the value for that is 20. 20 will be printed for me here. Then members usage obj1 equal to new members usage. Now what will happen right now for me? New members usage. Now what will happen? This will help me to create one object. So it creates me an object. Now what happened? What is the object name right now here? obj1. So obj1 is the object name. obj1 is the object name. Then next what will happen? Members usage. That's what the reference class. So all the global members of the members class will be loaded. What are the global members? We have the static int I and then the j, then my main function. So all these three things will be loaded right now. This is what will happen. All these three things are loaded. Now next what? System.println obj1.i. Now it goes to the object memory. So this object memory is from where it has been created, means it's been created from here. Okay. So now what will happen? obj1.i. So in the obj1, what is the I value right now? That is 20. So 20 will be printed for me. That's what will happen here. Then system.println I. When I give it as I, first it will go to the main function. Do we have I variable here? No, we don't have I variable. Now it goes to the main static pool. Here do we have I? Yes, we have I here. Then what is the value of it? It's 20. So 20 will be printed for me here. Then next obj1.j. So what is the obj1 here? obj1.j value, that is 30. 30 will be printed for me here. Clear guys? Then next actually what will happen? Execution is been done. Now it comes out of the main function. When it comes out of the main function, now what will happen? It deletes the main memory. So object 1 is created from the main memory. When the main memory is deleted, object 1 also has been deleted. Then after that it comes out the entire class. When it comes from the entire class, static pool, and then the entire memory location also is being deleted from our side. All this memory deletion is being done by the help of the garbage collector. Garbage collector is the one who will be deleting the entire memory location over here. Okay guys, so anyone has any doubts on this? Any doubts for anyone? So now we'll execute the same.
Murli, I have a doubt in this.
Yes, Mr. Marnika.
Actually, we non-static members, with the help of object, we used to call them.
Yeah.
So here, when we have created an object, there we have loaded static member and non-static member and the main function. So static member is also loaded in that object memory or what?
Correct. That is, when we create an object, all the global members are loaded into that object. So what are the global members? We'll be calling that variables and then the functions. All are global members. It might be a static or it might be a non-static. So that's why in the object level alone, both the static and non-static members both will be loaded.
Okay, so as you said, like static members can also be written like simply it can be like CISO, and it can be called like local member variable as also. So that question I've asked, if we have same variable, same type of variable,
Correct. Yeah. Good. So for
how we can?
yes. So what's going to happen over there? So for that, so right now, if you're clear about this concept, I'll go to that concept right now.
Yeah, it's clear.
Anyone has any doubts, guys, on this? Because the next program you are going to explain me. Anyone has any doubts on this? The memory allocation part. The same thing right now we have seen a very simple program. The next one we are going to see a big program. So you are going to explain me on that. Okay. So I'll go to that topic. Yeah. So now you guys will understand that concept clearly now. Okay. So, hey Amulya, can you try to explain me? Is it possible? Because you are attending for the first day. So, do you like to try? You like to try, Amulya? Hello. Hey Saurya, you like to try? Because you're also attending for the first day, you like to give it a try? Because it's like actually, it's not sure actually what you can do it entirely, but just if you like to give a try, you can just try once.
Okay, let me try.
Yeah.
So
now,
the first
yeah.
happen.
So now first what will happen when we start the program?
first it will allocate one memory with the class name.
Yes. What
There, yeah, global underscore local two.
yeah, that's a class name. Yes.
So in the class name, all the static and non-static variable means the global variable with the main will be loaded.
So first, which memory will be allocated? This is the
Static.
static pool. Awesome, superb. So what are the members will be loaded right now? Can you tell me?
Static int I equal to 10
Yes.
and the main.
Correct. So and then the main function. So these two only we have right now. Yes. That's the static members. Awesome. Yes, correct.
Then the local memory will be created.
So right now we got this static members. So then usually what my main functions start to execute. So always for that when main function start to execute, for that a local memory will be created. Local memory for main. Super. Yeah. Thanks, Sandhya. Thanks, Surya. Super.
So
Yeah. I'll just check with others also.
okay.
Good try. Thank you. Yeah, Disha, can you tell me now what will happen right now? So main memory has been allocated. Then next, what will happen?
Local variables will store in the local for main method. That
No.
object is
The thing is, line by line execution will happen for us. Getting? So main function for that the memory has been allocated. Then what is the first step here?
the procedure I.
So when we refer only with variable name I, now it checks in the main function. Do we have I variable here?
No.
No. Then now what happen? Goes to the static pool.
Okay.
So what is the value over here for I? It is 10. So now it will print me 10 over here. Clear now?
Yeah.
Yes. Then next, now what will happen? Next line.
I equals to 20.
Yes.
It will create the variable in the local main area.
No. The thing is there are two things. One is declaration. Another one is initialization. So integer I. When I give like this, what will happen? That time only it's going to create me one memory location here. So that time only it's going to create me memory location. Then I will be the memory location name. The integer will act as a reference. Tell to the memory location load only integer values. Correct? Then when I give here I is equal to 20. Now what will happen? It will identify a variable which is or a memory location which is matching with I. Then 20 will be loaded here. This 20 will be loaded here. So this concept is called actually what? Declaration. Then this concept is called as initialization. Then now if I give I is equal to 50 again. Now what will happen right now for me? This 20 now it will be replaced with 50. Correct? This concept is called as reinitialization. So now for us, this I equal to 20 right now is what means is a kind of a reinitialization. So when I give I is equal to 20, it comes to this main memory. Do we have I variable here? No.
No.
Next, now where it will go and check? Static code. What is the I value here? That is 10. Now that will be replaced with 20. Clear? Clear guys for everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. So now can you tell Disha now what happened? Next line.
Then again it checks for I value.
Yes. So where the first search will go?
local.
Correct. Do we have I here?
Then it will go to static pool.
Correct. So now what is the I value right now? 20. Yes. So that 20 will be taken right now and then will be printed for us. Awesome. Now can you tell me what's going to happen over there in this step?
Then it will again search for the I value.
No, integer I is equal to 50. That means what? This is called as declaration and initialization. Correct?
Yes.
So now what will happen? It's like creating a new memory. So where that memory will be created? Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
It will create one other memory location and it will initialize the
Correct. So now what will happen? It will create me a new memory location in which place we are there in the main function. So in the main function right now it creates me a memory here. Integer I is equal to 50. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Super. Thanks, Desha. So now, hey Raghu, can you tell me? Now we have created the variable here. Integer I is equal to 50 here. Now, can you tell me what will happen in this step?
That will print the I value.
So what is the I value right now?
50.
So where the search will
local
go
memory.
first?
First will go to the local memory for me.
Yes, correct. So here what is the I value? 50.
It's 50.
So 50 will be printed over there here for me. So just
Yes.
I move everything to a little bit there. Space come. So now 50 is printed. Now can you tell me in this step what's going to happen?
It's assigning I to I plus 20.
So
That means I value become 50 plus 20 is 70.
correct. So 50 plus 20. So why it's actually what 50 plus 20? Because when you refer only with variable name, now what will happen? It goes to this.
Goes to the local memory, yes.
Checks whether do we have any I variable here. Yes, we have I variable here. So the first preference will be always given to the local memory only. So that's why it takes 50 plus 20. Then now that value will be assigned to where? Again to the
I
local
value.
variable I only. Correct? So now that value will be 70 right now. Correct. Yes. So then next, what will be the I value?
I value will print the 70.
Correct. So that is 70 because now also I'm referring only with the help of the variable name alone. So goes to the main function, I value is 70. Correct. Now can you tell me next line what will happen?
It's taking the global value here. So I global.
So what is this global
Class name.
underscore local
The
underscore?
class name.
Yes.
The class name. And
Yes.
I plus 20. Okay. So I value is assigning the.
So when you refer
global.
a variable with help of a class name, that means what? It always refers to the static member.
Static member, yes.
Because static members can be referred with help of class name. So
Class name, correct. So
now
class name is I plus 20. That is reinitializing. Not reinitializing. It's adding I value plus 20.
So that means global local 2.i will go, the search will go to static pool. What is the I
Static
value?
pool, 20.
So 20
And it's adding 20.
plus 20 is equal to what?
40. 40.
That will be stored over where?
In I value, in the static value.
No, I'm referring only
Okay.
to
Okay. Local I. Yeah.
correct variable name alone. So now search will go to this place. So at this point, actually, what it goes to the static pool, but this point it's going to the local memory, because
Local.
once we declared a local variable, the preference will always go to the local memory one.
Local first.
Murali, Sandeep here. Can you just tell me this line again? This.
Yes.
Yeah, this line. Yeah, that line. That was a class that you have called, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So that and then I plus 20. I didn't get that 20 plus 20. How it came? I mean.
Yes, super. So global local underscore 2 dot I. So that means
Yeah.
local underscore 2 is what? Is the class name.
Class name, yes. Okay.
So always I refer these static members with reference of a class name, correct?
Okay. Okay.
So when I refer with help of a class name, what will happen? Always the search will go to the static pool. There it checks
Okay.
whether we have I variable.
Okay. So I variable there was 10, right? Or when did it become 20? Did it got any? Okay. Okay. Okay.
That is
Oh, you have initialized it and then declared it to be 20. Okay.
Reinitialized them.
this is actually what declaration and initialization. This
Okay.
is actually what reinitialization. Why means already it was 10. I'm reassigning
Okay.
20. That's why it's called as initialization.
Okay, but I have a doubt is that you reinitialized it inside the public static void, right? But that is the class name. So even then it will get reinitialized to 20 only. So that's my doubt.
So execution level always what will happen? Step by step execution will happen. Correct? So
Okay.
first time actually what will happen when I'm going to execute the program, it creates a static pool. All the global static members will be loaded here. What are static members? Static int I, then my main.
Okay.
Then now I'm going to print here.
Okay. Okay. Fine. I mean, I got it. Yeah. Thanks. That's fine. I just wonder. I was confused between this. When you reinitialize it, it gets erased even in the static also. Even inside the public static void, this LM memory initialized also. Then the main class it gets reinitialized. That's the concept, right?
Yeah. The thing is, before I declare a local variable, till that actually what when I refer with the help of the variable name alone, it will always go and search in the main function. So that is main memory. Do I have any I variable? No. At that point of time, I don't have any I variable because at the fourth line only I'm creating a new memory.
Okay.
Okay. Till that actually what when I refer, it goes to the local memory. So if I don't have any I variable, it goes to the static pool. So that's why here at this point of time when I refer with I, goes to the main memory. I don't have I here, goes to the static pool, prints me 10, this point. Then next step, I is equal to 20, goes to the main memory. Do I have I? No. Then goes to the static pool. I value is 10, that has been replaced with 20.
20. Okay.
Then system.println I. So that is actually what right now, what will happen? It goes to the main memory. I don't have I, comes here. Now my I value is what reinitialized was 20 over, and that latest value will be taken and printed. This step only, when I give integer I is equal to 50, here in the main memory, it's creating me a local memory equal integer I equal to 50. Clear?
Yeah. Okay.
Then after that here, I'm giving over here I. Now the search will go to main memory. Do I have I variable? Yes. Now from here onwards, when I refer with only variable name, always the search will go to this one. Okay, now you're getting?
Yeah, sure.
So now can you tell me? So right now what? Global local 2.i plus 20. So global local 2.i is what? When I refer with class name, always the search will go to the static pool. Then what is my I value? That is 20.
Okay.
So 20 plus 20, that will be 40.
40.
That will be stored over there to
I.
I. So only if I refer with I, goes to the main memory. Do we have I variable? Yes. Now the value it was 70. That will be replaced with 40.
40.
Anyone has any doubts on this one, guys? If you have any doubts, let me know. I can just explain you one more time also. Okay. So now I'm going to print here system.println I. Now what will happen? Refer with only variable name, that means goes to the main memory. What is the value over there? That is 40. So 40 will be printed. Now global local 2.i. When I refer with class name, always search will go to static pool. What is the value over here? That is 20. So 20 will be printed for me here. So 20 will be printed. Clear for everyone? Then this step. Sandeep, can you explain me this step?
Which one?
Uh, global local 2.i is equal to global local 2.i plus 25.
Okay, that means the global local 2.i is the class.
Correct. There's a class.
That 20. Then I plus 20. So I plus 25 is 20 plus 25 is 45. Yeah.
That will be stored to where?
In the global local 2, that in the main public class, the top one there, the static pool.
Correct. Because when I refer with help of a class name, so now what happened? It goes to static pool. Now the 20 was the value that will be replaced with 45. That's it. Clear?
Okay, so this step.
Yeah. Now you're clear now? You all are clear?
Yeah.
Now can you explain me this step? Next step.
So now the value is 45.
Yes.
I mean, now it has been replaced by this global local 2 is now 45. And then 45 plus 25, that is 70.
Okay. Global local 2.i is 45.
45 now. And then I plus 20 plus 25. And that I you are giving into the this main memory.
Correct. So that will
So
be
the 40
70.
is going to get replaced with 70.
Yes. So now this 40 will be replaced with 70 over there. Correct.
Yeah.
Because I'm using only I is equal to. So that's why it's referring to the local memory. Then system.out.println I. What is the value over here?
70.
Correct. Because when I refer with I variable, it goes to the main function. So this will be printed 70 over here. Then global local 2.i.
Now it's 45, 45 and 70.
That is only when I refer with I, that is goes to the main memory, prints me 70.
Okay.
When I refer with help of a class name, goes to the static pool, there it will be 45.
Okay, yeah.
Clear? Then after that, what happens? Everything is executed, comes out of the main function. When it comes out of the main function, what happens? The memory allocated for, so the memory which is allocated over there for the main, that will be deleted. Then after the next what? It comes out of the entire class, static pool, and then the entire memory has been deleted. Clear? Clear for everyone? Is Marnika, your doubt is also clear right now? Hello? Hello? Yes, everyone is clear?
Hello, Murli.
Yeah.
Yes, Murli.
Yes. So everyone is clear, guys?
Murli, I have a doubt in this.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, as you said, like static variable can be called directly like local variable.
Sorry. Static variable?
Can be called directly also. With the help of a class name, we are calling, but with the help of like we can call directly as we are calling local variable also, right?
Correct.
So, but when we have same value, like if in a program we have the same value, like same declaration, same initialization we have done. So how we can differentiate in that, like if we are calling directly static variable.
That's what actually see from my side when I refer, that is actually what's at this point of time only. From my side, I have created a local variable. Correct? So till that point of time, from my side, when I refer only with help of the variable name called I, what will happen? That will be referring to the global one, the static pool. Correct?
Okay.
Then
Correct.
once I declared the local variable, after that point of time, what happens? It always, when I refer only with help of the variable name, it referring to the local memory main. Getting?
Okay. Yeah.
So after that is actually what from my side, that's why always I say the preferred way of always accessing the global static members is refer with help of a class name.
Class name.
When you refer with class name, always the search will go to static pool. Then after that, it prints the value of that. If you refer with variable name alone, search will go to the main function. After that, only search will go to the static pool. If we don't have that variable, if you have that variable,
So the best practice is to refer the static members with the help of a class name, right?
correct. Always refer with help of class name.
Okay.
Clear?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So with this one, I'll close the session for today. So tomorrow, actually the same thing, we will be explaining. That is actually what we'll see actually what the functions usage, and when we are going to execute a function, so how the memory allocation is going to happen. Okay. So now I'm going to give you some assignments over there. Okay. So I'm going to give you 2 to 3 programs. So what you're going to do means, that is the same concept right now, how I explained over there with help of a memory allocation. No? The same memory allocation concept, you have to draw like this program, this memory allocation in a paper or something, you can draw it. Then after that, just check whether what is the output you are getting. After that, you execute the program, whether your output is matching. Okay, that's what you're going to do. So this is what I executed. See, my output will be same. 10, 20, 50, 70. See, 10, 20, 50, 70. Then after that, 40, 20, 70, 45. So just you have to compare like this after getting it. Clear, guys? Okay. So I'll give you some assignment. Make sure that you try the assignments, because once you try the assignment, you will be more clear on that. That's the one. Okay. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Tomorrow we'll meet at the same time. Thank you. Bye.